What is the long-term vision for Soul Garden? All right, so it's really normally I would go off on this big rant and I would just go everywhere because I do have so much. There's a lot behind Soul Garden, but the long-term vision, it's going to be difficult to explain it without getting into why this long-term vision is what I think it could become. But like I said in the other question, I don't want it to be what I think it should be. It's got to be whatever it is that humanity needs in these really trying and unprecedented times. So the long-term vision, though, I would see this as being something that is a phenomenon that occurs all over the world. It already is. I think that soul gardens kind of exist in some way, shape, or form. People are getting together in these communities and meetup groups, right? So eventually I would like there to be soul gardens all over the place. Obviously a soul garden is something that has to do with nature, right? So we have nature, we want the soul garden to be a physical place in nature, many different kinds of natural environments, right? Beaches, jungles, deserts, mountains, and all of it, forests. So the long-term vision would be to have one in many different countries and different environments. That's one long-term vision that I see. It would be cool to have soul gardens really just pop up everywhere in different ways, like 18 minutes, just gotta make sure. I could see a mayor in some small town in China want to use his empty building somewhere on city property, and he wants to turn it into a community center, and he wants to go with the soul garden model. We would have development managers that can go and help him set it up, right? So it could be to that degree where we have various soul gardens where we host these growth missions where they're really, really elaborate. We have one, for example, that's in Norway. We're thinking would be cool to do one that has to do with survival, right? Learning how to hunt, make tools, that kind of cool stuff. So that would be, more for profit and for people who can afford those more elaborate ones. But we want to have different levels. We want soul garden projects that are, voluntary, that help people that don't have as much money or none of it, to help teach or to give them an experience, to connect them to other people around the world that they otherwise wouldn't have access to. We don't realize this, but a lot of people don't even have access to running water, much less internet to talk with other people. So that's a long-term vision, right? We could develop this into much more than whatever Soul Garden is at the moment, as it starts out like a seed in the ground. So there it is.